Hi, I'm Robbie Warren, Otter Woman Standing, and today I would love to chat with you a little bit about the concept of holding space. I made a Facebook post, I don't know, I guess it was a few days ago, about that process of holding space. And it was so beautiful to see the reactions that I got to this whole idea. And I was a little bit surprised at the number of people who said that they, or responded or commented, that they were not familiar with the concept of holding space. And, sometimes I think I can get in my little bubble, you know, of doing this healing work and doing shamanic work and medicine work, so that some of these concepts seem so normal to me, or just I experience them so much, and then I forget that they are not necessarily concepts that are familiar to everybody. So I'd like to talk about holding space, what that is to hold space for someone. So I should start by saying that as a medicine person, a healer, a shaman, a doctor, a nurse, any of us who are in, these healing arts, as we could call it, it is important that all of us know how to hold space for someone. And, what it means simply is being able to create and hold a safe place for someone to go through whatever the process is that they're going through, whether they are grieving, whether they're going through anger, whether they are, in a place of fear, whether they are sick, having an illness, mental, questioning their mental capacity. So, any of these things, why, for any reason, why someone would come to a healer, doctor, nurse, shaman, medicine person, you know, we need to be able to hold that space for them. And so what it means is giving them safety and not trying to make it better, not trying to talk them out of where they are, not trying to fix it. That's a big thing, fixing things, especially when we're in the healing arts, because we think, well, wait a minute, that's my job, is to fix things. No, it is not the job of a healer to fix anything. It is the job of a healer, a medicine person, shaman, to hold that space for the person to be able to step into the healing for themselves, whether that is through ceremony, through talking, through blessings. No matter what it is about us holding that space for the person to step into their own healing. So that's a crucial thing. But holding space means not having an attachment to the outcome, not wanting to fix it or stop what's happening. I have been in circles, beautiful sharing circles, where someone began sharing and they started to emote. Their emotions were coming up and coming out, and maybe tears and crying. And I have witnessed in that space where someone is, coming into a place of, emotional process. And I have seen someone else from across the circle get up and walk over to the person who was, having this emotional process, and sit down next to them and want to hold them and comfort them and pat them on the back and say, oh, it's okay. Don't cry. Don't cry. That is not holding space. That is not holding space. Because what that person wanted, who got up and came over to the person who was in an emotional place, what they wanted was to make it stop. Most likely they were an empath. They could feel what this person was feeling, and they did not want to hurt. They did not want to feel what that person was feeling, and the only way to make it okay for them was to stop the process that was happening. So that is the opposite of holding space. Holding space would be to sit there and to say to the person, I see you're sad. I see you're having an emotional process. I'm going to just sit right here with you, and I'm going to just be okay with you expressing yourself. I'm here to listen. I'm here to receive, and I don't need you to be any different than you are right now. And, when we can honor where someone is in their process, whether it's fear, anger, when we can honor them and just hold that space and say, this is okay. I can be here with you right now. I can be here with you. I don't need to change you. I don't need to stop you. I don't need to fix you. I can hold this space. And when you're ready to move out of that, when you're ready to start moving forward, then I will be there for you for that as well. And so, it is, I hear the word allow used a lot. Just allow them to be where they are. But that implies that you have some kind of control, which the truth is we don't have any kind of control like that. So I prefer to use the word honor. So instead of saying allow them to be where they are and allow them to have their process, and I slip back into that a lot of times too, so forgive me if I do. But I really like to think of it instead of using the word allow as honoring. Honor them where they are. See them for the process that they're in and hold that in a place of high regard. That's what honor means, to hold in a place of high regard. So don't diminish their emotions by making them wrong or trying to make them go away. Hold them up and say, I honor what you're going through. I hold this in high regard, and I will sit here with you until you ask for something different. That is what holding space is. So all healers, all of us who step into these the healing arts, this is a crucial thing for us to understand, to be able to do this work in a good way, because we cannot get attached emotionally to the outcome, to what is happening. If we do, then we muddy the waters. And if we do that, then we are not honoring someone's process and their own healing that they may come to on their own. And most times, we can actually do the healing work for ourselves when we have someone to hold that space for us to do that work. So I hope that this is a better and a deeper explanation of what it means to hold space for someone. And let me say, we can all hold space. We all have experienced a friend who is grieving, or a friend who is sad, or a friend who is hurt feelings, or a friend who is frustrated. Any of these things. And when we try to make them stop that, when we try to make it go away, we are not holding space. So all of us can hold space for people that we care for, so that they can go through their process in a good way, so that they can move through it, learn from it, and grow. And that ultimately is what, we're all striving for, right? Just to grow and expand who we are in the world. So I hope to see you again soon.